Hit that guardrail.
So, what made you guys think about adding a PD?
I don't know. It just seemed like we always had plans to add another department, but we just didn't know the right time.
Pull over! This is the police!
We wanted to make sure we like opened it too soon, so like everyone wasn't just command staff. So like we wouldn't have 2 chiefs like right on the spot. Like we wanted to kind of get one department, kind of start getting that one filled up, and then kind of let everyone kind of start working their way up the ranks, and then open up the next one. But I think we're just starting to get ranks really start clogged up, and I don't know, I think it might be time to maybe switch and get
this is the LCPD. Pull over now.
Open. Do you think it's a good idea, probably?
Personally, seeing as, the LST doesn't even have a lieutenant yet, I don't think, you know, right now...
Pull over to the side of the road!
Well...
You know, I think you should fill all the office positions now before you start making more.
Well, the thing how it's going to work is as soon as we... Since we do have 3 sergeants now, as soon as we open up the next department, that's when we're going to fill that rank in. So basically how it's going to work is that we're going to be interviewing for 2 lieutenant slots, kind of.
What?
God damn it, I don't have any jobs still. Well, I'm all for the expansion, but yeah, I don't know.
But before we do, we'll probably fill that lieutenant spot before we do that blue our department. It's not like happening tomorrow. It's probably gonna happen within like a week or 2.
Alright.
Yeah, that we're just starting to bring it up now so people can kind of start thinking about it, kind of thinking where they go, and you know.
Yeah, when you guys asked me about what division I'd like to join, I blanked it when you asked me, but I've actually been kind of interested in canines.
Oh, really? Well, that will be going to PD, so when we do open our department.
I think I was more interested in how it would work, because I've seen the canine map before, but I've never seen it actually working.
It crashes a little more. That's the thing. It crashes a little more. It's a little, you just have to know the controls. Kind of like, you use the period key a lot. Like alt period, control period. You use the period key. So the one right by your shift and like the question mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have any jobs still?
Well, I'll check again, but when I checked when you pulled in, I don't have anything. Yep, nothing.
Why in the hell would he not?
I don't know.
Want to follow me for another load, or you want to get out?
Yeah, I'll follow you for another load. It's not like...
We're just really just chit-chatting, really.
Yeah, chit-chatting and driving.
Yeah, but when we open our apartment, what we're planning is the deputy chief spot. We are gonna keep that, like, that job, that spot is not gonna get filled for a while. We're gonna have it as a chief and a lieutenant, just for because we don't want the department to be too command staff heavy, and so we're gonna keep that deputy chief spot because really right now there'd be nothing for the deputy chief to do, because how we have it set up for the duty jobs, quote unquote,
pull over! This is the police!
The deputy chief will act as like a supervisor. He supervises all the he's kind of like the watch commander, kind of. He watches all the
LCPD. Pull over now.
Watches all the sergeants, the lieutenant. They all report to him, and then the chief runs the department, handles like all the political stuff, and kind of this is kind of a face for the department, kind of. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I aimed left after going straight. I'll tell you where I'm at. This is our normal patrol, K9, full service department, and then kind of the state, it's kind of going to be like the Liberty State Troopers, and they're going to kind of be like the elite. And how that's going to work is, with the elite, it's going to be, you got like, we haven't came to the terms on how you can join or what you have to do to join. We still need to figure that out, but how that's going to work is, with having state, it's, they're going to have the criminal investigation unit, so they will handle, like, all investigations throughout the state, and then there'll be highway patrol, and then we haven't figured out where SWAT's going. SWAT might go in state, it's just unknown, really, right now. Then city is basically going to handle city, inside the city, K9, all that good stuff. But we might add a traffic services unit, but for right now, we're just going to have civil patrol do traffic enforcement, because we don't want too many, we want to keep everything nice and, like, I'm trying to find the right wording, like, simple, but, like, very, like, easy to understand, kind of very simple in ways.
You don't want to make it too hectic.
Yeah, and have too many divisions and have all these people, so basically how it's going to kind of work out is that we're going to have our, kind of how the command structure is going to work is we're going to have obviously our chief, which will handle, he'll kind of act like as a supervisor, kind of do what the deputy chief's job is, so he actually has something to do, because until the department is big, he really can't do anything political and be like a face for the department and be involved big things. But then the lieutenant will be over civil patrol. He'll be like the he'll be the person that runs the division, because since it's the biggest division, and as they will be in civil patrol, how it basically will all play out is the civil patrol, and then there'll be sergeants, and then every how many troopers we got, so every like 3 troopers will maybe get like a sergeant, and basically how that'll work is then each sergeant will get assigned 3 troopers, and those 3 troopers report to that sergeant, and that sergeant then reports to the lieutenant, and the lieutenant then passes it on to the chief. Then there will be division sergeants, which will be over the smaller divisions like K9 and highway and criminal investigations. They'll be over those divisions, and they'll handle, since there'll only be not too many people in that division, there will are you right behind me?
Yeah.
So that is you right behind me? Alright. So since, you can follow me down. This is pretty interesting, I don't think. But then, and that's kind of how we want it to work, is it's very nice and simple, and you're able to kind of be like, this is, you can sit there and kind of be like, this is really simple, like, it's really easy to understand when, like, someone explains it to you, because it kind of all is put together. Like, I've been in groups when they make these confusing rings, and, like Sergeant 1, Sergeant 2, and Sergeant 3, and it's like, no real department in real life probably has Sergeant 1, Sergeant 2, and Sergeant 3.
Exit your car right now.
And so, that was, it's simplicity's sake.
Oh, alright.
What ideas do you have for the group?
Well, personally, I think it's working out fine the way it is. I think adding another division, such as PD, would kind of complicate things, because, well, one, how you're going to work the cars, you only have so many police cars in the game. And,
What do you mean, so many police cars?
Well, you have police 2, 3, B and stuff like that, but then stuff like the added-on police cars, like the Explorer and the Taurus and stuff, they're not functioning police cars. So I mean, what are you gonna do with, you want to keep the trooper cars and then you want to add police cars? Well, none of the police cars are gonna work.
You just put different skins. So do you know how when you go and change the livery of the car? That if you had to do it that way, we would stick to only one department. That would be kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, that's where I was kind of just like, that seems like too much work to just say, hey, you're a police officer now, not a trooper. But yeah, I don't know. One thing I would like to request though is for the light bar for the CVPI, can we get a freaking different one? Like, can we use the light bar that's on the Taurus? Looks great. I love that light bar.
Without the TA?
If we can get directional lights instead of that weird two light flashing thing, like the caution lights.